Hey guys, Lizardlea here for 4 Heavenly Beasts, day 90. This is the progress from day 89. Here's hoping we're going to get more progress than day 89. So yeah. I'm currently really sleepy. I woke up every couple of hours. Ugh. Doesn't matter. Gonna go cross stitch now.
This is a test of the Lizardlea station microphone. I don't know. Alright, now that is working, I'm just gonna keep doing the random questions because David isn't joining again. And, it's almost getting to the point where I'm just gonna upload it with no sound. I'm just saying. At least then you'll still get the pretty visuals, which is the important part of these videos anyways. Alright, so the next question I had was favorite ice cream flavor. Which honestly, I would have to say the s'mores from Sorry Not Sorry Ice Creamery, or is it just Creamery? You guys, if you've had s'mores at a campfire, that's literally what their s'mores ice cream tastes like. I don't know how they managed it, but it literally just takes me to Yellowstone and my family making s'mores over the campfire. I don't know how they manage it, but it is freaking delicious. Otherwise, I really like Cotton Candy Explosion from oh crap, I can never remember what the other place is called. I don't know, and I guarantee you I'm gonna put it into my phone and I'm gonna pick the wrong one. Ice cream. It's not Cold Stone, I'll tell you that right now. Brewster's. It's Brewster's. Brewster's Real Ice Cream. Cotton Candy Explosion is so good. And it seems to be a permanent flavor. I've seen a few come and go, but it looks like Cotton Candy Explosion is always there. I know David and his dad both really like the, what is it, dark chocolate orange dark chocolate, whatever it is. And I'm not a fan of dark chocolate, so surprise, surprise, I was not a fan. Okay, moving on. If you could travel anywhere, where would you go? Ideally, it would be somewhere I haven't been before, and ideally on a continent I haven't been to before, so that leaves South America and Antarctica. Yeah, I mean, I'd honestly be happy going anywhere in South America. I've seen so many pictures, and it looks so beautiful, so... And then Antarctica is just, most people just get to look at it. Most people don't get to actually step onto that continent. 6. What's the last book you read and loved? Okay, so I did love The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss, but I preferred The Name of the Wind. But I would say I loved both of them. So if I had to go by the last one, it's The Wise Man's Fear. So good. Oh my goodness. That man knows how to write. If you could be any fictional character for a day, who would you choose? If I could be any fictional character. I feel like I've gotten this question before, and I always have a hard time with it because I'm like, a lot of my favorite shows, movies, books, whatever, it's dangerous. And I don't have the skills that character actually does. So I would probably die. I do really like Kari from Digimon. She was so sweet and so precious. And Anjouamon is one of my favorites. And Gatomon. Like, that whole line was pretty awesome. And I also love Patamon and TK or Takeru, but, you know, you gotta take what you can get, and I'd probably be better as a girl, but... or at least more believable. What's your favorite city that you've visited? I don't know if I really have a favorite city. Like, I've discussed before how nice and convenient Las Vegas is. But I don't know, cities aren't my favorite place to be. There's just so many people and it's so busy. But you don't know your neighbors, you know, you don't get to know the people around you because it's a city. People aren't that friendly. Or it doesn't go beyond just like a simple hand wave. But I don't know, if I have to go with the city somewhere else, I'm just gonna yawn this whole time, I'm sorry. Sevilla in Spain was wonderful. The people were so sweet. And it was a beautiful city. If we need to go bigger, am I about to say this backwards? Madrid? Isn't Madrid bigger than Spain? Or Spain, that was a stupid thing for me to say. Isn't Madrid bigger than Sevilla? Madrid. Okay, so, Madrid is the capital. Okay. I want to see just a map of Spain. Okay, that's not a good map, though. That's a lot of Europe instead of only Spain. Alright, yeah, Sevilla is way further south than Madrid, but we did go to Madrid. Like, we went all over Spain when we were there, and we went to Portugal. I think I'll have to go with Sevilla. Or Tokyo. Tokyo was also pretty sweet. Again, the Japanese are really nice, and Japan is probably the cleanest place I've ever been. It's amazing. If you had to eat one meal every day for the rest of your life, what would it be? I mean, if I'm not gonna get fat or anything, I would pick my mom's macaroni and cheese casserole. That is so good. I make it for myself, and I'm so bad at portioning it because it's my favorite thing to eat. And, you know, macaroni and cheese and club crackers, like it's not healthy, but it's so good. So satisfying. Which movie can you watch over and over without getting tired of it? Oh, Clue, 1000%. That's my favorite movie. Like, the other one I always say is one of my favorite movies of all time is Howl's Moving Castle. Both of those movies are like 12s out of 10 for me. Like, I don't think there's anything that could make them better. I just love them exactly as they are. What's your favorite hobby or pastime? Wow, you guys, I wonder what this Flosstube channel. I wonder what her creator's favorite pastime is. It's cross stitching, you guys. It is absolutely my favorite hobby. Like, since I was a baby, basically. If you could have dinner with one celebrity, who would it be? Meryl Streep just popped up into my head. That'd be pretty awesome. I still absolutely love Sandra Bullock, so that would be spectacular. Yeah, I'll take either one of those. I'd be happy. I mean, honestly, like, there's so many amazing actors out there. I feel like I wouldn't be a good conversationalist with them, though, so I would just embarrass myself and they'd be like, what is this stupid girl, you know? But both of those seem really nice in interviews and what other celebrities and people say about them, so hopefully it would go well. What's your favorite season of the year and why? Winter, because I love snow. Fall is also really nice because the weather, at least over here, starts to cool down, and you know, the leaves change color. It's a really pretty time of year, typically in, you know, places where more plants grow than the desert. If you could instantly become an expert in something, what would it be? What would give me a crap ton of money? An expert. Making video games. If I could make a really good indie game, I could make so much money off of that, and I could retire and I could just cross stitch forever. What's a song that always makes you happy when you hear it? Beside You by Marianas Trench. I love that song to the point that it was our first dance song. So you're welcome, David. If you could speak another language fluently, which one would it be? Spanish. It's the most common language over here other than English. And then Spanish is just straight up a beautiful language. What's your favorite animal? Real animals, obviously it's a cat. Like, I love cats so much. You know, mystical, crazy, not actually existing creatures and animals, it would be a dragon. I love dragons so much. If you could travel back in time, what period would you visit? Unfortunately, I wouldn't. The further back we go, the less safety and rules are in place to help women, so I'd rather not. I mean, I feel like I'd be willing to go back to the 80s, mostly because I love the music, but I wouldn't want to go any further back than that. What's your favorite type of cuisine? Ooh. I'm between hot pot and, like, Korean barbecue. Ooh. Well, does that count as a cuisine? Or is it saying, like, Italian, French? In which case I think it would be Japanese and Korean. Japanese hot pot, Korean barbecue. Between those two, I think I would pick Korean barbecue. They're both really good, though. Do you have any hidden talents or surprising hobbies? I mean, it's not a surprise here, obviously, but it's very surprising to a lot of people when they learn I like cross-stitching, because, oh, that's a grandma's hobby. And I'm over here just like, no, I've been cross-stitching since I was in elementary school in first grade. Like, even if I wanted to be a grandma at that point, I could not have. It would physically not have been possible. But I don't know. Do I have any other hidden talents or surprising hobbies? Like, it's not a surprise that I love D&D. Hidden talents? I don't know. I don't think so. If David were here, I'm sure he would have a better answer, but honestly, I feel like it would also be, I don't know. What was your favorite subject in school? I really liked English, and it wasn't every year, but I usually really liked science. A big part of it depended on the teacher I had. Like, I wasn't huge on chemistry, because my chemistry teacher was frustrating, to say the least. And then my physics teacher was just, ugh. honestly forgot about him until I forced myself to remember him just now, and I'm disappointed in myself. So I'm moving on to the next question. If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you would do with the money? Pay off the house, pay off our cars, pay off any family members' houses and cars. Okay, I mean, in my mind, we just won like the biggest lottery ever. So, you know, like we can both retire, our family members can retire, and we're all just set for life. So, yeah. What's one item you can't leave home without? My phone. Actually, honestly, the best thing to cover it is my purse, because I don't leave the house without my purse, and my purse has my car keys and my phone. So, boom, we're done. Coffee or tea, which do you prefer? I prefer hot chocolate, but between those two, I will willingly drink tea. I will not drink coffee. I wake up every morning nice and peppy, ready for the day. I don't need coffee to function, and it smells disgusting, so I'm very grateful that I don't need it to function. If you could live in any book, TV, or movie world, which one would you choose? This question, constantly. I feel like Pokemon is the safest answer, so I'm just going with Pokemon. What's your go-to comfort food? Probably pizza. Also, maybe like cereal or pancakes. Yeah, like any of those three will usually be a good pick-me-up for me. If you could have any pet, real or fictional, what would it be? It would be a dragon, obviously. Or a cat, if I must. I haven't seen very much of Inuyasha, I can't lie. But if I could have Kirara, that would be spectacular, because she was teeny tiny and super duper cute, and then she could grow to just a huge size that at least 2 people could ride her, and she was awesome. So yeah, any of those. What's a country you've always wanted to visit? Peru, Argentina. I don't believe I've been to New Zealand, so that'd be cool. Greenland. The Philippines, South Korea, Taiwan, like all over, all kinds of places. What's your favorite outdoor activity? Badminton. Badminton is my favorite thing. Like, any day if someone wanted to play it with me, I would 1000% drop whatever I'm doing and go play badminton. Like, I love cross-stitching. And ultimately, I'd probably pick cross-stitching if I could only do one or the other. But if I was cross-stitching and someone finally came up to me and was like, Liz, let's go play badminton, I would go. Because I never get to play badminton. Like, I haven't played it probably since high school. It's so much fun. Okay. If you could learn any musical instrument, which one would you pick? So I love the drums. I can't play any instruments, but the drums are the ones that are most impressive to me. But I feel like I'd probably make more money as a guitarist or a bassist. Bassist? I don't know the term. Bass, so I'm assuming bassist. A person who plays the bass. I don't know. Well, actually, if you could learn any musical instrument, I would pick my voice. A lot of people consider your voice an instrument, and I think if I had a good singing voice, that would be really nice. What's your favorite way to relax after a long day? Watching something with David, like, it's so nice. Like, we think very similarly, so, you know, we make the same jokes, we laugh at the same things. It's not stressful at all. It's just nice and relaxing. Do you have a favorite quote or saying? I mean, one of my favorites is from very early on in our relationship, where I was like, oh my gosh, David, you have to let me pay at some point. Otherwise, I'm going to be called the douche that never pays. And now I'm called DTNP, the douche that never pays. I called it myself, so I can't be offended when someone else calls me it. It is always fun when I do get to pay, though, because then I get to be like, oh my god, I'm paying, and make a big deal out of it, and it's really fun. If you could be any plant or flower, which one would you be? Venus flytraps are pretty cool. And then, if Little Shop of Horrors becomes a real thing, I'm going to take over the world as Audrey 2. Or I guess at this point, would it be Audrey 3? Because it would technically be like a sequel to the original. I don't know. Flower. I do like roses, I can't lie. But I think poinsettias are the prettiest. Poinsettias are so pretty. Tulips are also pretty, though. And roses are pretty, but yeah, poinsettias. What's a simple pleasure that you absolutely love? Eating chocolate. It's a simple pleasure, and it always makes me happy. What life lesson did you learn the hard way? Like, I want to say, something like lying doesn't pay, but I don't feel like I learned that one the hard way. I feel like my family was really big on saying, like, the worst thing you can do is lie to us. Like, if you break something, just come forward and tell us. We're not going to get mad at you for telling us the truth. We're going to get mad if you lie and hide it, however. So I feel like I learned that really young, so I don't think that would be the hard way. Lifeless. I don't know. I'll have to think on that and see if I can come up with something better.
And that is the end of Four Heavenly Beasts, day 90. I got 3 hours and 15 minutes of footage. I don't want to cross stitch anymore. Yeah. Floor husband is here, but he is not being the floor husband. No, it's floor husband. Ding ding.
As you do.
I don't know. I came up with it in the car, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
So, progress. I did make a mistake. I had to pull out stitches and fix them in a new spot. Luckily, those same 3 stitches that I had to pull out, I was missing a stitch very close by that I thought I got, but obviously I didn't. So I got it. I fixed that. Yeah. That's all that I have. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Oh.
Yeah.